Okay, thank you guys for joining. I thought we'd kind of do something a little different, but I think it's so simple that it's almost like stupid to do this. And I apologize if that sounds weird, but I think we always forget about stuff, myself included. And I was kind of thinking of what to go over today. And for anyone who's working in the rental market, you know that it's insane out there right now, right? It's like feeding frenzy still. Rents are at an all-time high. Anyone who's working with buyers, there's no inventory. You're working with sellers, depending on where you are and how it's priced, things are either extremely slow or extremely crazy as well. They just released that we're actually at the highest asking price across the five boroughs right now, ever, right? It's above it's above $1 million across all five boroughs. So it's the highest asking price ever. I think it's 1.088 million is the average asking price across all five boroughs. So and again includes Manhattan, which tends to be the most expensive, Brooklyn kind of in second place, and then the other three boroughs tend to be a little high. So I thought we should really talk about what we should be doing or what we can be doing to increase our outreach during the summer. Again, if you're being working fired, again, it can either be really fast or slow, right? A lot of people are like, you know what, I've gone to the summer, I've gone to the beach, I've gone upstate, I've gone to the Hamptons, I've gone wherever. And so what I'm thinking is it's a really great time to keep everyone engaged, right? To reach out to people, just to check in. So, before we can do that, you really have to think of who is your sphere of influence, right? Who are the people, sorry, this bar's in the way, I apologize. Who are the people that, in a variety of capacities that know you as a person, right? Sphere of influence are people that we kind of reach out to and that we can just call on the phone and they'll be like, hey, hey Dewey, how are you? Hey Tom, how are you? Hey Aiden, how are you? The two main classes are friends and family, right? When we talk about our sphere of influence. But I think it also includes past and current customers, other people who are within your, professional and social network, be it, people from clubs, people from any athletic organization you're a part of, from school, there's a lot of people in here, right? And so, the first point of all this is to make sure that you actually know who your sphere of influence is, right? When is the last time that you reached out to them? And in doing all of this, and we'll kind of get to this in a moment, we don't want to be super salesy with these people, right? Because these are not people that, maybe they're not looking to buy something, maybe they are, but it's people that we want to make sure that we are top of mind when they hear of a friend or family member or someone else who's looking to buy, sell, or rent real estate, or really for anything kind of real estate related. So, again, take a moment now to kind of think about who these people are, how you reach out to them, and kind of what you can be doing to kind of keep them engaged. And again, I came up with a couple suggestions, right? Sorry, this bar keeps being not the right space. Again, right? Maybe you're not showing this much, right? And again, depending on if you're working with rentals and sales or buyers or sellers, whatever kind of aspect of the market you're in, you might not be showing as much as you were a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, right? So focus some of your time somewhere else, right? Instead of not doing anything, right? See how you can shift your time, right? We all have different number of hours in the week that we're working, right? We have family obligations, we have other jobs, we have other things that we do, we have hobbies, we have, whatever that is, right? And so, the most important thing, and we talked about this in separate, workshops, is to be honest with yourself with how much time you have for real estate, right? For me, I work in real estate, and again, I can honestly say this, from like 8 in the morning till 6 at night, every single day, right? Because I'm taking calls from you guys, I'm working in things, I'm responding to texts, the emails, I'm in that. And Juan will say, my husband, that I work also from 6 to midnight and every weekend, right? So that's how he feels. And again, I think I don't always work all the time, but I work a lot more than a lot of other people, right? So think about, again, what time are you dedicating to real estate? And again, that's a combination of showing apartments, to doing, prospecting, to outreach, to talking to your sphere, to previewing, all these things are real estate related. But, focus some of your time, right? If last month you were showing for 10 hours a week, and right now you're showing for 5 hours a week, what are you doing with those other 5 hours, right? And this is, I think, something that can really help you build your business and make sure that your pipeline is kind of complete as we kind of keep going through and as we get back into the fall market, right? So again, utilize non-invasive, right? You don't want to get in these people's faces, but you want to make sure that they remember you, to get back in touch with them and to reconnect with them. And what you really need to do, and again, it's the whole it's the whole Kennedy mantra, right? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. They're the same thing. Ask not what your customers can do for you, but what you can do for your customers, right? What can you do for your sphere of influence? There's a lot of things that you can do, right? You can give them market updates. You can give them information of what's going on, right? You can help them with great restaurant recommendations. You can, you should be an expert in New York City, right? And that is an important thing to be. And if you're not, figure out how you can kind of improve that skill set. But think of what you can do for them, what information you can give to them. And for everyone, it's different, right? For some people, it's things that are happening. For other people, it's changes in tax law. For other people, it's changes in regulations with condos or co-ops or something like that. And you never know who's looking, and you never know who knows someone who is looking, right? And that's why staying top of mind is so important. Because again, they can forget about you in a second, right? You might be like, I remember every single customer I've taken out. I remember every customer I've worked with. You might have sold them something a year ago. They're like, oh, who was that guy again? Oh yeah, it was and that's not your fault, right? That's them. That's human nature. It's about kind of forgetting things. So what would I do if I were you, right? Slip into their DMs, right? So most of us, hopefully all of you guys are on social media in some way, right? Some respect, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, right? So what do? We see someone post an amazing photo and we like it, and that's it, right? That's like, yes, that's you, quote unquote, connecting with someone, but that's not building your relationship, right? So instead, what am I saying to do? Do this every time, right? Instead of just liking it, send them a message, right? On Instagram or on Facebook, right? Someone's in Italy, someone's in France, someone's down at the Jersey Shore, right? What would you usually do? Like it, right? Click a heart, click a thumbs up, whatever it is, and that's it. And again, yes, that's showing that you're keeping on top of their social media, but that's not actually interacting with them or engaging with them. So what would I say to do? Wow, it looks like an amazing trip. Do you have any favorite restaurants there, right? Let's say they're at the Jersey Shore, ask for a recommendation. Or if you see they're somewhere, and I've been doing this with my friends, for some reason, there are always these cycles of people traveling to different places. Everyone's in Italy right now. Like everyone I know, like Instagram is just like all Italy right now. So I've been messaging people, and I did this with my former roommate. I haven't talked to in forever, right? And I said, oh my God, you have to go to this restaurant. She went, she sent me a picture of it, and she's like, oh my God, we're actually thinking about maybe getting something good, right? Out of nowhere, I haven't talked to her in 5 years. That's my problem, right? Because I'm not engaged with her. But again, something as small as this, right? So stop liking stuff and start messaging people. You'll get a lot better feedback, and you'll start to build that relationship back. Then you might have, and again, you can't seem faking this. That's the whole thing, right? You have to be you, and for everyone it's different, right? I'm obsessed with food, so I will go off on food every day. Everyone knows that I work in Italy, so that's again an easy thing for me to connect on. Or again, if you don't have anything to recommend or anything like that, when are you back? Love to grab a coffee here by your trip, right? When are you back? Love to get a drink and see how you're doing, right? All this is interacting with people that hopefully you want to interact with anyway. And if you don't want to interact with them, think about why you're in this business, right? Like that's my whole thing, right? It's all about that. So again, a very easy way, just change what you're doing, right? Open your Instagram right now and see what the last, let's all do this. Everyone open up your Instagram if you have it. You all have it, right? You have to get Instagram. Okay, download Instagram right now. Do you have Instagram? You have Instagram? Okay, Tom, you have it? Yeah. Okay. Do you have Facebook? Actually, oh God. Okay, you need to get on everything. So, okay. Okay, just open up your last one, right? Okay, so here we go. This is a friend of mine, Kate, who is currently in. She's in Paris. I just saw her. Okay, Felipe. Okay, here we go. Felipe is a golfer, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna say, didn't know you golfed. Haven't seen that. That's all I did. All I said was, didn't know you golfed. How was it? right? I haven't talked to Felipe in a while. Just by posting on his photo, right? It's showing me that I'm in stuff. So look at the last thing, right? Look at someone in the last 5 posts you see. There's got to be someone that you're friendly enough with that you can make it on, right? And just really engage with them, right? Someone you've been talking to. I've been talking to Felipe in a long time, and he's actually Felipe just got into Harvard Business School. He moved to Boston, and he's probably gonna have a ton of friends now that are gonna move to New York in the next 2 years, right? So I need to re-engage with Felipe, right? I like Felipe too, but you know, it's I don't know how to describe it. And like it becomes life, right? So me staying friends with Felipe could be very good for my business, right? So think about those people, right? If you're whoever is a lawyer, right? Maybe they come across people who are getting divorced. If they're divorced, right? They're gonna come across people who get divorced, right? Kelly Chow just got a referral. Okay, sorry, I think I lost you guys, but quick drinks or whatever it is. Again, you can in Central Park, you can bring a picnic, right? You're not supposed to bring alcohol, but you know, whatever. Host a picnic in one of the parks, right? Like bring or don't, just have soda, right? But have people pay. Again, what I always say is make it casual, right? If you have outdoor space on your apartment, if you have a common space in your building, if you have whatever, right? Just invite people over. Hey, I'm gonna be in the park with drinks from 5 to 7 on Thursday. Love for you to stop by and say that, right? And the great thing is you can write out the things. So you buy some food, you buy some drinks, you buy whatever it is. Don't get arrested, but again, a great way to get people to do it. Again, you can go sit in Washington Square Park, right? Hey, come see our new office. I'd love to have you in Washington Square Park for lunch, right? And just go pull up a couple of those. There's those picnic benches right across the way, or the tables. Again, just a great time to see people. Hey, I'm going to be hanging out in my office. If you want to come and see it, whatever it is, right? So plan something, right? Engage with people who are going to be here. Again, I would say if you have somewhere outside of the city that other people are inviting to your house there, be it the Jersey Shore, the Hamptons, whatever it is, right? You can always just say, hey, I'm going to be here. Love to have people over for a drink, go to the beach, whatever it is. So think of a way to, again, get people face to face and talk to them, because when you're there with them, what's the first question that most people are going to ask? Maybe not first. What's the second question people are going to ask? There you go. How's the market? What's your answer?
The market's great. Are you ready to buy or sell?
Thank you. Perfect. Got the line. Good job doing. So again, that's another way to engage people during the summer, right? Okay, so plan for the fall, right? Let's say you're saying to me, all my customers are down at the Jersey Shore and they're not going to get back to me till August. Well, that's fine, right? Don't worry about that then. So get ready for fall events then, right? Okay, if you're saying I've engaged with everyone that I know, I've invited them, and everyone said they didn't want to see me until the fall, fine, plan an event for the fall, right? Use this time to start engaging with people for what's going to happen in the future, right? Again, many people now are starting to think about, hey, when I'm back, I want to get apartments, right? We have this rental cycle from May until October, basically, right? And we tend to see the first phase of that is, and again, I'm generalizing here, but undergrads leaving school and moving into the city. Then we get the grad students and professionals in law school, business school, all that stuff, because they tend to start moving. So we're starting to see that second wave of the professionals moving in, I would say. And so it's a great time to get people started on thinking of what they're going to do next fall or next summer, right? Like, what are they going to be doing in the future? So again, my biggest push, and I think it's one of the biggest untapped markets here in New York, is going after first-time home buyers, right? And again, that can be from your sphere. You can invite them to whatever home buyer seminar you're doing. Something, again, either in person or virtual. Team up with Doug or a mortgage broker to do this, and find an attorney. And oftentimes the attorney wants you to pay for it, right? Dewey's done it before, where the attorney gave gift cards to people, virtual benefit that they were doing. Again, you can work with anyone that you've worked with. It's a great way to target people in. And again, my biggest thing right now is find some super expensive rental buildings near you that are open listing buildings, because many of the people didn't come with a broker, and start working those buildings, right? Those people are going to be buyers down the road because they're spending so much money on rent. And again, if you're saying, okay, that didn't work either, right? Then start building your network, right? That's what you should be doing right now. So there are tons of professional networking groups in New York City that you can join. Again, they usually meet either once every other week or once a month. They basically limit their enrollment, so there's only one real estate broker or one residential, one commercial broker in there, but it's a way to kind of build up referrals within other networking events. So there's like a lawyer, a doctor, a dentist, all these people in there. Again, join something that you like, be it a book club, a sports club, an organization, right? If you like theater, if you like art, if you like cooking, if you like whatever, go on meetup.com, right? Meetup.com is a free website. There's events across the city, like there's probably like 800 events over the next week happening, and you can go to some of these events. And again, you're going because you like the thing, and if you like the thing, you're probably going to meet people that you like, and then those people might need to buy something, might need to rent something, might need some sort of service down the road, right? That's how it works. And again, I can say when I moved to the city and was kind of looking to expand my business, I started going to all of the alumni events of my college, right? And I reconnected with someone I knew in college at the alumni event. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing residential real estate. And she was like, oh, you got to talk to my dad. He actually owns a building. And I was like, great. And I talked to the dad, and a month later I had my first rentals, right? And that's how it works. I networking with people. So join some of these groups and increase your sphere of influence. Again, there are two ways to, I think, or two resources that I would say. If you've never read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, it's a very old book, but it's one of the best, I think, on the subject. It's about how to it's not how to change your mindset, it's how to interact, right? We can all use a brush up on this, right? And this is something that kind of helps you to think about how to have daily interactions with people, which will, I think, better your exposure to people and better the relationships that you have. The other one is, again, more real estate related. Brian Zaffini runs relational real estate courses that you can take. This really shows you how to tap in your sphere a little bit more. Again, a lot of the work that we do comes from him. I went through his course. I'm a big proponent of it. I think it works. But there are tons of resources on his website, Buffini & Co, that you can kind of get more information to kind of expand your network and how to do that. So that is it from me. I'm going to stop the video and happy to answer any questions or take any comments, feedback.